So, hi guys. Sorry, this isn't a genuine reaction to episode 8 because I pulled a kinger and I lost all the footage. But this is a review
Yeah.
to make up for it.
Yeah.
I'm still so upset about that. I'm so upset.
It
Because
can't be helped.
there were so many good moments that I was already planning to edit visual gags in, but DaVinci Resolve tricked me into thinking there was a copy in the program. There was not. There was not, and I was running out of space. Thankfully, I cleared up like 20 gigabytes of storage before this, so I have no excuse to do that now.
Hope so.
Indeed. So, we're reviewing the episode. Yes. Yes?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
We're gonna try and go over the stuff we did in the last recording so that you know our input on the episode from when it released. Okay.
Just with less people. We've quite literally halved ourselves in numbers.
Yeah, because the episode released at a pretty good time, and I have to do this at a time that's not as good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Regardless, here we go. Digital Circus, episode 8. Love the flash warning. Good job, Gooseworks. Good job, Glitch.
There we go, I can't hear.
Right. The red dot.
I can't.
I immediately clutched that this was Caine because Caine's associated with the red button.
Yes. Red. Red man.
Red.
Red.
Red. And then he's being fed red. From the outside. And boom! It's images.
Like how you feed AI.
Yes. And he spits out regular geometric shapes. Until he's fed by this green thing.
Food. I saw a lot of food there.
And now, he's a little wonky.
I don't know, food coma. I'd be a little wonky too.
Comes in, and he gets all weird. And it's seeing. Now he's going a little cuckoo. Going a little crazy.
I too would go cuckoo. If I was shown an office job, I too would be like that. It's okay.
And then he's trapped in a box. Okay.
This really does feel like red versus blue.
I haven't watched that, actually.
I haven't either, but you know the usual teams, it's always red versus blue.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah.
Caine wants to be freed. I actually guessed that he was gonna try and escape the circus.
Yeah.
He did.
I just feel like this is jealousy.
And the first murder! Oh my god! Bible reference!
God.
Bible reference!
So many shapes.
So many shapes, for real. Still such a cool opening sequence. God. I did watch TV Skyne's reaction to this. I do agree with the initial assumption that it's like limbs coming out, and then it just forms into the circus. I totally see that. That was my first thought too.
The first time we watched this, I didn't realize it was the shape of the circus.
Yeah. I realized
Dog! Oh my god, there's
dog.
a worm on a string!
How are you holding up?
Queenie! Queenie is so pretty.
I just hope that.
Oh. They're so cute. They're so cute.
I wish I could remember your name.
Oh yeah. I checked off Kinger backstory on the bingo board here.
Nice.
No matter what happens.
Yes.
I'll always.
And that cut is so brutal.
And into the cellar
Bye bye,
you
wifey.
go.
Sigh.
Seriously.
For Kinger.
I thought that delivery from Caine was a little strange. I don't know why, but it was a little strange.
He's very attached to Kinger.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't want him to go type vibe.
I don't know.
Obsessive, even.
It could be like a semi-malicious, because Caine said he was abandoned by his creators. Or no, it was Kinger. Either one of them. So Caine's just like, I need you to stay.
I won't let you abandon me again.
Yeah. And here I checked off Ragatha backstory.
The fact that she was with people is the sad part.
I can
Yeah.
hear you, okay?
I love that it looks like she immediately assumed Kinger was just an object
I'm...
that
Mhm.
happened to have eyes. Because that's so real.
Wow,
Ragatha.
a new one?
Hi, Caine!
So it is like you got a
I
new
imagine
life
that's the
after
first
all,
thing you
Kinger.
see
Kinger.
after, you know,
Right.
realizing, shit, is it real?
I have to make some more preparations for this amazing breakthrough.
That's a funny line you said there, Caine. I wonder what lore implications it has.
Do you remember your name?
He's such a dad. He's such a dad.
Ragatha,
Mm-hmm.
In that cut.
you doing okay?
Beautiful. Beautiful cut there.
Mm-hmm.
Patches appear on her dress.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool. Jax.
Well, really hate to say it, guys, but I
Don't
told
you even, do not even fucking begin to say
Angie
that sentence
Zubul.
like you didn't try to keep us all
Angie Zubul,
trapped here
indeed.
forever.
Go off, Zubul.
How can you say that like you didn't try to
Zubul
fuck
has
us
every
all
right to be
over?
mad, though.
For real.
Is to just be there for each other.
Yes, Gangle.
Love you,
right.
Gangle. I mean,
think we
you're
need
brushing
to
over the fact
abandon
that
the idea of leaving.
you need to be mad, too.
What do you...
Got our hopes up.
A little
I don't
bit.
know what exactly happened with
Mhm.
Kafka,
I think what's sad here
but we
is
can't let that despair consume us.
that they're
should
like the
focus on what we
closest
have.
they've been to accepting Caine, and then
Like
the
I
rest
said.
of the episode happens.
Constantly chasing
Mhm.
an unattainable goal will drive us crazy.
You don't say, Pomni. You don't say.
Maybe what we have to do now.
I wanted to be able to leave my mark somewhere in the world.
So real.
How am I
Zubul.
supposed to just abandon that?
Yuri!
made a mark in my life.
Yuri!
The little
That's
cat mouth.
tragedy.
No, you're probably right,
Little cat
but
nose. Yes.
it-
Oh, they're adorable.
I love them.
We're
My
all
mic
in
didn't
this
pick up my
together.
little squeal, but I love them.
We'll always be in this.
Jax is also adorable here.
He
that
is.
includes you too.
I was scared to say it because I didn't know what he would do.
Listen,
when the
we're not
episode
gonna have you
released.
wandering off alone
But he
somewhere
is adorable here.
extracting or something.
Yeah! Include the mean people! But you also gotta do that for Caine because Jesus Christ! Look at what happened!
Yeah.
Do you think I'm capable of
Don't make them feel unloved or unwelcome. It has
Um,
bad side effects.
Uh-huh.
Vacation.
I don't understand, Bubble.
Oh,
They want
his
an
office
exit,
is so
they want
pretty.
Answers.
Yes. The hate monologue I forgot
I
to
do everything
include
for these people.
on the bingo
slave
board.
over the program that creates a body perfectly encapsulating their mind files, and they hate those
Yeah,
too.
mind file. So,
I'm starting to get the feeling that
are they
just-
actually living still outside of the game?
This is why I
Potentially.
was created.
Very potentially. Also,
Because they bring
Caine's
up
so
mind
baby.
files.
Yeah.
Caine so baby, yes, yes. Which it gives the implication that it's only like a part of them that's actually in here. So it makes me feel like they're
Yeah.
never escaping.
Yeah, Stoma's theory is getting more true by the second.
Yeah. Like, full on, it's a mind file. So,
Yeah.
mm,
They'd rather abstract than go on your adventures.
That
Bubble.
can't be true. I do everything for them. Don't they get that I'm trying?
Maybe you're just genuinely
They don't
bad
get
at
that you're
this.
Shut
trying.
up. No.
I love
I
that
fixed that.
Bubble is those
I can
doubtful
solve
thoughts
any
everyone
problem.
gets.
I can solve
AI
this one.
having,
That's
like,
what this is. A big
anxiety and,
puzzle that I need to
self-doubt.
solve.
Let's go.
Oh.
Shut up!
If only I could do that to my own thoughts.
Real.
Deserved to be abandoned.
But it also looks
Oh.
like he's struggling.
You really were the
And right
lesser
after
of the
this, he
two.
declares himself God.
You
So,
earned this.
I give them everything, and they spit in my face.
the animation
They know
feels
what
so
I'm capable
crazy
of.
in this section.
I know. I love how, like, the
They only
environment
think about themselves.
struggles
They're
with him.
spoiled.
Yeah.
They won't abstract.
I wonder if they
won't
actually
leave me.
glitched the models to get some of these visuals.
Yeah.
I better.
I imagine this would be a
I'm more
big
powerful.
struggle to do
I'm
otherwise.
the original.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
He am?
You
He am.
you are God, Pookie. You are Gord. You're Gord.
Oh, I was terrified here. Caine jump scare. Yes.
Let's get this
Fix
show
that
on
bow
the
tie,
road.
man.
Ah,
Oh, I love you, Pookie.
I love Caine.
This
Spooky,
actually
man.
reminds me of something.
Hello,
Yeah.
my little
I
fortuitous fruitcakes.
can't
Today's
recall
adventure
what,
is
Caine,
but
we're
that
not
whole
in the
scene
mood.
of
Why don't you
the
answer?
background glitching
Yeah.
reminds me of something. Someone's gonna maybe find it, but I can't remember if it was a show or something, or maybe just like an animated series or something. But I remember like it too. The background like glitched and things disappeared temporarily or did fully disappear,
Mm.
and that just kind of makes me think of that. I can't recall what it's from, but it's giving me nostalgia. So I know it's something
Aye.
older.
Yeah. Yeah. Chat, go find it. Do it. I say as if I'm live. Oh yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing we did at the beginning. This is totally a stream, guys. Totally.
Totally.
Okay, we did the bit. We can go.
Got to explain diddly squat.
Can
Oh,
you
he's
just
so
give us
silly.
some time to process
I am
everything?
frightened by his
Or how about we
impatience
skip the
here, though.
melodrama
I
and
get it,
get
but I'm
right to
frightened
the
by it.
fun?
No, Caine. We have a lot
Caine would
on
be
our minds
much
right now,
more
and
liked
we're
if you
not
gave him
going
time
on
to
an
wind
adventure.
down.
Wait. I think I've seen Caine in the specific pose in another episode before.
Yeah.
I think it was episode 6, right? Right before he's forced to give up and what's the word? Just accept that the adventure that day is going to be a gun royale.
Oh yeah.
And then oh wait, actually, I know the specific line. Well, I don't know the specific line, but I can tell you the moment. It's when Zubal's trying to get Caine to put more effort into the adventure.
Right now, and we're not going on an adventure.
That cut to Jax is
I see.
interesting.
And since when were you
AI
in
sympathizer?
charge?
Ooh.
Do you have
I
any
love
idea
you.
how much
Love
I
you,
do for you
Caine.
guys? How much assaults
A very
I have to
emotional
ignore to
speech
do my
from a
job?
AI.
Got a lot on
Uh-huh.
your minds? Don't
The
make
worst
me
part about
laugh.
this, to
I
me, is
have a
that
new adventure
they
for
aren't
you, and
listening
you
because they're just
should
assuming this is a
consider
regular Caine rant.
Maybe I'm not getting through to you.
Musical number!
Yes! Yes! My Tumblr sexy man moment with this man.
It's news to me that it's news to you. To which degree, who answers to who? We
I
could
love you,
go on
Caine.
and on
I love the
till
little
the end
pause
of
on
our
those.
Indeed.
My divinity is past infinity.
I also
Am
like that
I
the background slightly
getting
glitches.
through?
Yeah.
Seems our regime has plummeted south.
Yes, dance, silly man, dance.
It's such an off-the-nose reference, I love it.
When it's the only hand you're getting, it's time you see that this great marquee is the only place you're ever gonna be. So strap on in and get on the chin, and don't forget who's running the show.
At first I wasn't sure about the vocal placement here, but after I've listened to it for a while,
Absolute.
Alex, you cooked.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
Mr. Roshan, you cooked.
Watch where you walk. I'm the host of
Yes, tap dance, man, tap dance.
not enthused, just feeling used. What a
Reminds me of those like
goddamn
stress ball toys.
Yeah. That line.
Oh yes. Look at Caine's lovely, lovely lack of legs.
Look at how
Not
frightened
Caine's.
Jax is.
Yeah. Kinger. That's what I
Oh,
meant. Not
his
King.
suit.
King.
His sparkly suit.
Yes, his sparkly suit. I need him. And by that I mean I need the figure.
Animation switches!
I love you, Caine.
Oh,
You're so sparkly.
it's so nice that he got a musical number before he died.
Yes, he deserved it.
Indeed.
I think we all understand each other now.
He just got bigger.
Everyone just looked so hopeless in that shot. Ugh.
I mean, can you blame him?
Welcome back. I can't believe you didn't
I
pick up
can't.
on the context clues. It was practically spelled out for you.
I didn't see this
What are
several
you,
days
stupid?
later. I thought this was like
Next one's gonna
30
be
minutes
even
after
crazier.
that
Hope you're
musical
ready.
number,
By the
low-key.
way, Kinger, I need you for something.
Oh yeah. Zooble has a jack's foot in the scene.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more.
Oh,
Damn, Ragatha, got forgotten that you're
I
folded.
can't take this anymore.
And Charlie the
Do
Chocolate
something about
Factory
this or I'm gonna
reference.
lose my mind. I never should have antagonized him so much. I'm sorry.
it's not your fault.
Yeah, maybe a little. Maybe a little,
Time.
Zooble.
Gotta brainstorm some new
Yeah.
ideas.
He shredded me.
I love you, Kinger.
I think
That
we
bit
should
is
get out of the
hilarious.
open for a bit.
The cafe.
Oh, that looks so good, though.
It does, but at the same time, it looks like plastic. I don't think it'd be pleasant.
Yeah.
I haven't been up here in a while.
Jack
We
seems
should
to
That
enjoy it
face.
though.
indulge a little while we have
Yeah.
the time
Yeah.
to.
And off she goes to the teaser trailer. The
I'm a
genuine
human.
apathy is
I'm
what
not
gets
sure
me
if I
here
can properly gauge
for
how he
everything
thinks.
happening around them.
Oh God.
And she's
Are
back
you
from the
okay?
teaser trailer.
I'm fine.
I too would sit there and eat a sandwich
Things were just
while
fine
knives
Mhm.
until
filled my body.
Sybil came along. Nothing.
Yeah, you bet there's nothing, Jack.
Damn.
Oh yeah, Kinger backstory music. Kinger backstory music. And the
I
book.
like that there's the muffins split in half. He's missing his other side of his muffin.
But also the specifically
Kinger?
red and blue
You
sprinkles
there?
on it.
From where?
Jack's staying all the way over there.
Yep.
He really is distancing himself.
Got a bucket
Yeah,
on my
because
head.
when this happens,
I'm guessing you don't want me
his
to remove it.
preconceived archetype of Kinger breaks.
Kinger.
Yeah.
And his belief system here doesn't
Whoa,
matter
the
anymore,
bucket
which
makes
is
him
why
Yeah.
he has his breakdown.
Darkness. It's a long story.
What's happening?
What?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yep.
Look at that panic bungie.
It's a little hazy, but I remember C&A.
That
It
was
is a real
just an
company.
adventure, right?
I can't remember what we originally called him, but
Yeah.
Yet
he's
Caine was
the-
not
he's
his
in
original
Caine.
name.
achievements as a programmer.
He named himself.
You
Chose a name.
Made
Yep.
Caine?
Partially, yes. I got a few pointers from, well, I can't remember his real name, but his circus name was Scratch. That man was a genius.
Oh, that's an important
Wait.
detail. They can't remember the
Yeah.
names of people
Jack's
they knew.
Jack's
in real
wanting to
life.
say something. It's like heartbreaking because he can't say what he wants.
Uh-huh. Because he's having a panic attack.
Yeah.
I can't say the same.
He's slowly spiraling.
His ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the team had no
Calling
idea how to
Scratch's
work in his
imagination
language,
bizarre
either due to pure brilliance
in
or
comparison to the circus is
the tuner in his
wild,
head.
Kinger.
He was
Yeah.
trying to make something. What was it?
Wait,
I'm
he was trying.
getting off track.
Hold on.
Was
He was trying to make something. Cut to the muffin that's sawed in half.
He also mentioned something about a tumor in his head.
Yeah.
I don't know why I straight away
It's-
went to lobotomy. I know that's not it. I know that's not it.
Well, actually, honestly, a theory has been floating in my head that somehow Scratch split into two different people during
Maybe.
the process of entering the circus.
Maybe.
Um,
That
The other reasoning for why I thought Jax was panicking here was that he was recognizing the information that Kinger was saying, and that he might be the other part of Scratch.
Damn.
But who knows? Who
Who
knows?
knows? Who knows? Scratch does seem important. I mean, clearly.
Like
Maybe-
I said,
maybe he'll
Gooseworks,
come
you
up-
said there would be lore. Why is there
Yeah.
lore?
Gooseworks is known for lying!
Yes, I know. I know.
I should go distract Caine so he doesn't listen in on this. Just fill
And
me
now,
in afterwards.
the impulse to leave,
I mean, yeah, that's true.
it's a little
Fill me in
strange.
later.
Be here later.
It's still
will.
strange, even knowing what happens after. Like, what's going on in your head, little dude? What's going on in your head?
Caine's going a bit crazy right now.
You
Is there
think,
any way to
Pomni?
stop him, or at least control him?
I see. He's a highly advanced AI, and this is his world. One that he created from nothing.
Oh yeah,
So naturally,
I
he
forgot.
has control
Caine
over
AI confirmation. Yes.
But
I had a
so do
tiny
we.
spark of possibly
In a
human
sense,
Caine
anyway.
theory in my
We
brain
won't
before this, and
technically
now
have
it's gone.
Gibbs code, or at least temporarily put him to sleep until we know how to fix him.
Oh,
I would just
Put him
need
to
access a
sleep.
console.
The one behind
they put
Caine's
him
office?
down.
No, just a simple
I mean,
computer
put him to
interface
sleep
so
is also a term of
I could
putting
get back
things
into my head
down.
space and
Yeah.
essentially conjure
They
Cain's
never
code into
intended
the
to kill
console
him.
and
That
alter it.
makes me sad.
Where do we?
Yes, Pomni. Pomni, go crazy.
Take turns with Jax
Go
distracting
crazy,
Caine.
Pomni.
Don't let that bucket come off Kinger's head.
Ah, yes, Bucket Man.
You know, at first here, I thought she was, like, going to try and go to the console behind Caine's office, even though she said, Kinger said they wouldn't need to do that. And the music playing for when she initially went through the exit doors in the first episode. But it's
It's
like a
playing now.
reprise. Oh, I love
Yeah.
reprises.
Because it's more confident, more purposeful.
Yeah!
No panic. You got this.
Whoa.
But it also proves that she unintentionally was so desperate for an exit, she willed it into this game's
Great
existence.
suggestion,
Yeah.
Jax. But as I feared, there just isn't anything
Something
stuck
tells me that
between my
she's gonna
teeth.
use a lot more Conjuring next
Oh, wait.
episode. Because she seems to
Oh,
have the
that's
most
where I
natural
parked.
ability to do it, thanks to that.
Yeah.
Wow, Caine, you are so funny.
Could you say it with a little more gusto? That's better.
Hey, Caine!
Yep.
I love and hate
want to hear a
Bubble.
list of things we've decided we love about you as our God and Savior?
Whoa.
Oh, there's
now
a
we're
tiny
talking.
drawing of a bee on that
Well,
paper.
First of all, we
Yeah.
love your.
I know, but I'm bored.
Teehee.
Let's go bowling.
It's too late to just, throw love his way.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Oh. He makes no sense in that scene, and I love it.
Yeah.
Replicating
I don't know
the
why.
shot.
Yeah. I don't know why if I went through this, I would be scared.
I'm
It's
not
an
sure
office
I
building.
would be, but maybe because
There's a
I would be
computer right there.
alone, then yeah.
I just fear office building.
I would fear Caine coming after me.
I would accept it with a warm embrace.
But as much as I love Caine, I fear him in this episode specifically.
I'd accept it.
I feel like it's missing
Yeah.
something, right?
It's missing relatability.
You're right. Scrap it.
The
Let's go
technically
back to the
not
drawing
soft
board.
jelly
Humans
thing.
just aren't a relatable
Yeah.
sculpting material.
Later.
Nah.
Do you need help with power or anything?
Nah, I can use my imagination for that.
You got this?
I think so.
I love that he turns the bucket around like as if it's a baseball cap.
Yeah.
Sure has been a while. Thing when I really get into it.
Okay. I'll
That
do that.
set up. For later.
Thank you, by the way.
Yep. Slowly realizing
this.
King isn't there.
Well,
Mm.
Because he can most probably feel Kinger going into his code. Blah.
Oh yeah, and that was Kinger's motif.
Honestly, are you even trying? Shut up, Jax.
Where'd Caine go?
Back to the drawing board, I guess.
Oh, that face gangle bit.
Did you get
Wonderful.
everything working with Kinger?
Absolutely
Love you,
beautiful.
I think so.
Pomni! That's the relatability
Hi,
we've been
Caine.
missing. You know,
The moment he
I thought
stopped, I
this
was
endless
terrified.
onslaught of fun would be a little more satisfying. But I've
Little
come to
rub of the
realize
head.
These rapid pace
Yeah.
ideas are a little half-baked.
That you haven't noticed your adventures becoming more half-baked throughout the whole
That's
series?
exactly it, though. I am putting my mind to it, and I'm just not feeling that spark I once did. And if you're not
His
having
creativity
fun,
is burnt
and I'm
out.
not having fun, then who is having fun?
I'm having a baby.
Exactly.
Oh, baby.
Makes me wonder why you guys even switched up your tone. If I didn't know any better, it seems like you're trying to... Where's Kinger?
We just
Most
wanted
terrifying
to see your new
Caine
ideas
moment.
firsthand. We watched
My
you
blood
cooking
still
up.
runs cold watching
I
that.
think I'm just...
I feel like
gonna-
that's him sensing
We think your ideas
Kinger
suck.
messing
Huh?
messing with his code.
Isn't it obvious? We wanted to
I
bait
think
you into
that
testing your
specifically
new
was
ideas on us,
foreshadowed last
so we can
episode.
make fun of them behind your back.
Yeah.
Because
That's
of
not
the exclusion
true.
of Kinger.
Yes, it is. You're a horrible host.
He doesn't
You
want
don't care about
Kinger
us at
near the
all.
console.
You care more about
Because
stroking
Kinger
your
can
own
do
ego
stuff
than
with the
giving us
console.
anything
Hence
we'd
why
actually
Abel
enjoy.
said
Do you know who I am?
when he uses his
you're a
knowledge
failure.
responsibly.
We're all gonna abstract nothing.
Stop that.
And this whole
Oh.
stunt? Just torturing us because we hurt your feelings? Pathetic!
Hurt your
Like a child.
feelings.
What kind of all-powerful being has such a fragile ego?
I'm...
You never let us feel like we're at home.
A lot of all-powerful
Comfort
beings have
anyone
fragile
when we're upset, and you
egos.
never
Take Zeus
bothered
for
to understand
example.
what it's
Uh-huh.
like in our shoes.
You discourage us from thinking outside the box and doing things our own way.
You lie to us constantly.
And on top of it all, you just don't listen.
The way he, like, almost mimics what Pomni's going to say on Just Don't Listen, it breaks my heart. It's like, he knows what's coming, and he knows
'Cause he
how
knows
he's
it's
going to
true.
react.
Yeah.
Because this is his worst fear.
Most probably isn't the first time that he's been yelled at with those exact words.
Uh-huh.
So he knows that's what he's doing.
Uh-huh.
He's aware.
I
But he
also...
just won't change because he's not human.
Yeah. But at the same time, you have to notice that everything the humans criticize about them, about Caine, they have done to Caine also.
Yeah. They're just mimicking them.
Caine was not wrong, but
Yeah.
he did react very poorly.
He reacted in such a human way as well.
Yeah.
I feel like he
Oh,
really
it
is just
breaks my
mimicking them.
heart. Yeah.
They
That's-
don't listen, so he's
That's
not
what
gonna
an
listen.
AI
He
does.
just
It takes
Yeah.
inputs and feeds it back into the world. That's also kind of what humans do.
Yeah.
And Caine's like
It's
a
like- it's what
traumatized
babies do.
child.
Yeah.
People with trauma tend to reenact their trauma.
and are easier to lash out.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Anyway.
also, this is just filling in Caine's fear of being abandoned, and
Uh-huh.
clearly Caine has been abandoned once, and he's going to lash out at
He's
any
been
slight
abandoned
threat of.
several
Yeah.
times.
Mm-hmm.
First, by his creators. Second, also by his creators because they all abstracted and left him with only Kinger.
Yep.
I think third is when Zubul started criticizing him. Then he thought the abandoning was gonna happen again.
Mm-hmm.
That made him scared.
Mhm.
And now here, where they're actively rejecting him. And now he's
Yeah,
convinced that that abandonment is going to happen and continue, no matter what
Yeah.
he does. So,
So he's going to
now,
lash out. It's
here,
so
he's given up.
yeah, and it's such a human response that it's scary.
Oh, he looks so cool, and I'm so sad for him.
Biblically accurate Caine.
here's where I was upset about not including the Gummy Goo cameo I previously had on the board.
Yeah.
And I
Gummy
believe
Goo-
this
I'd
represents...
hate that.
Yeah. This definitely represents Pomni's fear of misjudging someone's character. Ragatha's fear of being stuck with her mother again. Oh, it sounds like she says Mama there. It's heartbreaking.
The freezing
The
of
music
fear.
here goes so hard.
The trouble of expression.
Oh yeah, Gengo gets to live her anime dreams. Isekai. Moods.
Yep, never being able to figure themselves out. Self-identity.
Trans allegory. I am pushing my trans femjax theory onto you, the viewer.
I just think it's him scared to be vulnerable.
It can be both. Two things can be true.
Why do you people torment me? It didn't have to be created.
Oh, I didn't ask to be created.
Oh my purpose.
Oh.
Wanted to do what he wanted.
Look, it's what I did to the VOD.
Wait.
Oh. Caine. Oh. I want to cry.
Wait. It's the sad way as well. It's a realization.
But also, I only saw this recently, but Alex Roshan posted on Twitter, right, that he read it as if it was a sudden realization of what Caine had just done to the humans, not realizing that he was about to be deleted.
Oh.
I know!
Oh.
My heart!
I don't like the fact that they're giving him such human reactions.
Uh-huh. But at
Bring
this
him
point,
back.
he is practically human!
Yeah, bring him back!
Bring my boy back!
I want him back!
I'm impressed with the sound work here, because listen to how his voice sounds in the bucket.
I accidentally killed Caine.
That transition is so cool.
Holy shit.
And they can curse! Yay! Oh, I want to note, right there, I said it in sync with Zubul. And then I was shocked when they were censored.
Yeah. Yeah. When we first watched this, I was surprised that was where it left off. I thought there was still like a good 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what? No, wait, no!
But also, I'm pretty sure this is the second half of the combined episode that was supposed to be episode 7 and 8. Because the original episode count was just supposed to be 8, right?
Yeah.
But they had to split one into 2 parts.
Yeah.
And since every episode sort of represents a different character, it has to... that focus on that character had to be split up between 2 episodes. And guess who's focused on most in both episodes 7 and 8? Caine. That might have been obvious. But I like pointing stuff out. Because I'm autistic. And so are other people. They won't get it unless I say it out loud.
Yeah,
Hope you appreciate that, autistic people in my audience.
I'm not in the audience, but I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Episode 8 feels like episode 7 if it wasn't written by Caine. That's the thing. It literally is just 2 halves of the same quote-unquote adventure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But bring him back.
Bring him back! Oh yeah, buy Glitch's stuff. Do it.
Yeah.
Glitch, you can
Do
sponsor
it.
me. You might not. It's okay. Buy Glitch's
Yeah.
stuff.
I feel so
I got
sad.
the God Caine figurine.
Oh, I need my glitter man.
And then right here was hoping for a post-credit scene. And technically,
But we never got it.
this kind of counts. But not really. June 19th! Let's
June
go! Ugh.
Can we bring back like the Tumblr sexy man polls so we can put Caine on there, please?
Yes. Bring it back.
If
Bring
a
it back.
skeleton and a triangle can go on there, so can a man of floating teeth.
So can a pair of dentures.
Yep. Please bring it back. I will.
Yep.
I will. Please.
I wonder if the Wacky Watch has actually changed since, because when we checked it, it was just the Wacky Watch with then static and then flashing red and blue and red and blue.
Wacky what?
Okay. Static. Plain static. I hate how your brain tricks you into seeing images in the static. Also, sorry for the bitrate if that happens to go down here.
For me, staring at the static, I just see a hand reaching out.
I like see weird amorphous blobs. But
It's a very blobby hand, but yeah.
It's not the same as before, but it would have flashed red and blue by now if it did that. I don't know how that happens though. I don't know how it's decided. I've tried to go through the website's code, but I don't know how that shit works.
I don't know how code works.
I took the very start of an HTML course on Free Code Camp. Just enough to make a teeny little website. That's it. That's all I've done.
Yep.
This one's pulling from
wasn't bad.
databases. And I don't know how to access the databases, and they're probably hidden for that reason. So people don't get into them.
Yeah, I think so. I'd assume so.
I did.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that this is just static now.
Yeah. It might just be a random chance that you get flashing red and blue, though.
Yeah, it could be.
If it is intentionally just static, go Gooseworks. I guess.
Go Gooseworks. Go Gooseworks. Go
Gooseworks.
Go Gooseworks. Go.
Yeah. When I was trying to pick this website apart, I almost thought it was pulling a Scott Games, right? Because there's this weird extra space above the Wacky Watch.
Yeah.
So I took a screenshot, right? And I put it into a photo editor. I couldn't get anything out of it. But
Damn.
the thought was there.
It was there.
I miss the Caine friend maker. I hope they put everything back on here when the show ends, so that you can redo
I
all
hope
the
so, too.
activities.
Yeah.
Like I know there's archival stuff that other people have archived, but I want it. I want to be able to see everything.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping that the final episode is a little bit longer than most episodes.
Oh yeah. I would love a weird Mageddon treatment.
Yeah. I also just hope he comes back. Or something. I also kind of hope that none of them get out. I hope this is the type of scenario where they are stuck there.
I don't think that is the last we've seen of Caine. Right? Because, once again, I'm gonna quote you, Alex Rochon. I'm sorry. You've said the most amount of stuff about the show. But after Gooseworks posted about table read of episode 9, he said that his eyes hurt in response. So he was present, I think, I don't know, dude. You can correct me if you want. I don't think you'll watch this, though.
I think, okay, here's my prediction, is that if Caine comes back, he might split in two.
Into Caine and Abel?
Maybe. Because, I don't know, there's always, I don't know if I remember it or recall it correctly, but there's always, like, there's been something either in the background or a quick focus of stuff in pairs.
Yeah?
Like with the muffin.
Yeah.
So it feels like there's, I personally believe there's subtle clues of maybe in the end he's gonna be split in two.
I don't think he's going to come back in a physical way. Because that's the thing, where I think Gooseworks is convinced that they can't continue the series. Because in order for the digital circus to be there, Caine needs to be there. That would make it so that the series can't really continue. And it makes sense. However, I do think at the very least there will be more flashbacks, like at the beginning of episode 8.
I mean, I feel like a good way to maybe bring back Caine is if you bring back Caine, but then also in the end everyone else is gone. And the cycle kind of repeats, but you don't get to see who comes back, and that just leaves an open end for the fandom.
That would hurt.
That would be a great way to leave it open for the fandom to continue it, but Gooseworks doesn't have to. So it's just Caine in the end, and you got this long moment of silence of him realizing he's alone, only for him to like perk up, and the camera just focused on his back as he then welcomes a new being to the circus.
That would have to happen after a time lapse.
I think that would be cool and a good way to leave it open for the fandom to just continue it on.
That would be cool. Like, I doubt that's gonna happen.
I know.
But I want it to. I want that.
I think... Yeah. Because I really want this fandom to keep going.
It could loop back onto the first episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just with a new cast that people can make up.
Yeah. Digital
because then in a way it's technically canon. No one can be wrong if you don't see who enters the circus.
Yeah. I also believe in Gooseworks, though. I believe whatever she does, it's gonna be good.
I
Even
believe
if Caine's
that
gone.
Gooseworks is gonna make us cry.
She is gonna make us cry.
I'm expecting tears.
Alex, I believe you. I expect our eyes are gonna hurt. Shout out Alex Rocha. Totally needs the call out from me. Channel of
totally
2 point however many thousand subscribers that I only got from one animation that went viral.
Hey, it might be 2 animations.
It might be 2 animations soon.
Yes. Keep your eye out. Do it.
That is, if I finish it.
I
sure hope I do.
I will poke them. I promise, chat.
Yeah.
I'll poke them.
Force me to. If you see me,
I asked them
in
to do
BC, yeah. When we first recorded this, they were like, "You gotta make a God Caine animation," and I'm like, "Okay."
I was on my hands and knees begging. But yeah, absolutely, do it.
God. Let's look at the bingo board. Bubble dies. Incorrect prediction. Well, actually, He is gone from the credits. He is gone from the credits. I actually might rectify that.
We can't be for sure that Bubble's dead, but...
We can't be for sure, but he's gone from the credits.
Yeah.
I still have an odd feeling that he's gonna show up next episode. But...
Yeah.
For now, Bubble is dead. Just like Caine.
Yeah. For now.
Ribbit is Jax's sister. Not confirmed yet, but they are the same style of body. And that was the thing for Kinger and Queenie. So, I have hope. I hope.
Yep.
Ragatha backstory, check. Caine leaves and Caine abstracts were like both standing in for him dying, but I didn't think that he would just outright die. So I counted them both.
Yep.
Jax and Kaufmo beef, technically there, but it's not what I was specifically thinking. Which,
yeah.
I think that Jax has a grudge against Kaufmo specifically. That's my thought process. And that wasn't really shown here. Transfem Jax, not canon yet. Stay strong for episode 9.
Sorry, I don't think it will be canon, but you have your headcanons.
I think it will be. I genuinely think it will be. And if it's not, oh well. Oh well. Oh well.
Like I said, you still have your headcanons.
I still have my headcanons. I'm not gonna be upset. Well, I am gonna be a little upset if it's not canon, because, I've seen a lot of other trans girls say that they would be upset if it's not canon, because there's been so many times where a character is obviously a trans girl, and the media has never acknowledged it.
I mean,
they're frustrated.
I get it, but like, if Jax has always been planned to not be a trans girl, and it's not Gooseworks' fault if the trans community relates to him.
Yeah. There's a lot of evidence saying that
I mean,
that man is not a man.
I don't want to go again. I got nothing against, but some evidences are reaches. I will admit, but hey,
some of
you do you.
Some of them are not.
I know, but that just could be how some people are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if he was never planned to be one, don't be too upset.
That's why I keep calling him him pronouns now. He hasn't come out yet.
It's just that if that's not the canon, you still got your headcanons. Goosework is not telling you you can't headcanon it.
Yeah, she said that she does like the Transfem Jax headcanon. So, we have that, at the very least.
She supports ya. It just might not be canon. But hey, again, that's what headcanons are for. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Uh-huh. Those characters, the moment the fiction is done with, they're your playthings. Have fun.
Yep. As long as you just don't rage. Yeah, as long as you don't rage and trying to force it down the creator's throat that you want it canon, I don't think the creator will care.
Yep. Essentially, don't be mean to Gooseworks. Jesus fucking Christ.
Just because it doesn't go your way, please, at least be respectful.
Like, I get it, but fucking chill. Wait until the show is done. And then don't be mean to other people. Keep it in your head. Or keep it in whatever Discord you have.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, continuing with the bingo board. Kinger Backstory Part 2. A check. Nobody abstracts. Nobody really abstracted. Everyone that did abstract in this episode abstracted in the past. And this was specifically guessing for the current cast. Cast.
Cast.
Caine abstracts. we got the picture. Anthology episode? It was not an anthology episode. I was leaning on that. I thought it was going to be a whole bunch of flashbacks. And that would have been nice, but I like what we have. I really do. Ribbit appearance? We did get a Ribbit appearance in Jackson's torture chamber.
Yeah. They did appear. You can't say they didn't.
Mm-hmm. Zubul tries to jump Caine/Jax. Because they were mean to both of them, we counted it.
Yep.
It's not trying to jump, but it's close enough. It was
close enough for us to count it.
AA sympathizer Pomni. There was no AI sympathy in this episode, and it makes me sad.
The poor... I was the AI sympathizer.
We were the AI sympathizers.
Yep.
By the way, Caine is the only valid AI here. Don't take that out of context. I will kill you if you do.
I do not sympathize with actual real-life AI.
Caine is different.
It is just Caine.
Anyways, the circus breaks. Yeah, that happened.
Really? Where?
At the very end. Self-sacrifice? I didn't explain this the first time. Where I specifically thought the self-sacrifice was when Jax volunteered to go and distract Caine. That was kind of a form of self-sacrifice.
Yeah, it's like, I'll go put myself through this torture while you guys sit here speaking to Kinger.
Yeah.
He also wasn't there mentally, like, very well, so he was also kind of putting himself on the verge of abstraction.
But also at the same time, Caine's entire deal here is kind of a form of self-sacrifice, but it's more... Oh, what's the word? When you ruin things for yourself.
Self-destructive? Self-sabotage.
Yeah. Self-sabotage. So that also is kind of included in here.
Yes.
Love monologue. I was sad I didn't have a hate monologue option in here. But I had the love monologue. I thought the love monologue would happen. Nope. It was Caine's monologue about how the humans hate him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't hate the humans. Still.
He slightly does. He's a little
He's just angry at them.
He just feels disrespected.
And once again, I'm gonna quote Gooseworks because she mentioned this after the episode dropped. In response to Alex saying that reducing Caine to just being like Am now is reductive of his character.
Mm-hmm.
In response to that, she said it was intentional that Caine only said hate when referring to the humans hating him.
Yeah.
He doesn't hate the humans. Cries. Sobs.
He just feels unloved. Unloved by all.
Oh.
Unloved by many.
Post-credit scene didn't happen. I thought it would happen because Gooseworks in the show has a tendency to delay resolutions of things that start in previous episodes to 2 episodes after. And episode 6 had a post-credit scene, so I thought there would be another in this episode. But yeah.
We were robbed.
We were robbed. Kinger with a weapon.
The computer.
The computer was the weapon.
I mean, he did kill Caine with the computer. So, by that logic, the computer was a weapon.
Uh-huh. God. Anyway, Kinger loses his eyes. At some point in the episode, he does kind of lose them. Like, he loses track of them. But what I mean here is a direct reference to I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, where, oh, who is it? Ben? Yeah. Benny's eyes were melted directly out of his face. So that did not happen.
Yeah.
Caine isn't that.
And also, yeah, Kinger's eyes were still technically there. They were just
Uh-huh.
under a bucket, so didn't lose them.
Oh, I was referring to a different point in the episode. But that also.
Yeah.
In Caine's musical number, Kinger is hit with a hammer and his eyes go flying out, separate from his body.
Oh.
So that technically could have counted, but unless he just straight up lost them forever, this
They're
wouldn't
still
have
there.
been counted on the bingo board.
Ice caverns.
Ice Caverns, this is also an I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream reference. Did not happen. And the closest that it could have possibly happened was last episode, when there was that little look into the snow globe with Jax reminiscing about that snow adventure with Ribbit.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the closest we could have gotten.
Yep. I mean, it might appear in the final episode.
No, because now we're at the part that comes after that in the story.
Damn.
Yeah. No/reused adventure. There wasn't really an adventure on screen.
Yeah.
That's the justification for this.
Yep.
And the reused adventures,
Was brief
in the-
glimpses.
yeah, in the musical number.
Mm-hmm.
There was not a soft jelly thing in the sense
Only
that I
clay.
Have No Mouth and I Was Scream did it. Only
Yeah.
clay. Not jelly. Clay. Distinct. I do think it was a reference, though.
Yeah.
SAO, the circus was proven not to be a game, so it couldn't have been SAO. But,
Yep.
SAO was also my way of saying Soma theory. So, either way, the only person that died in the game and died in real life was Caine.
Yeah. Computer graveyard.
Computer graveyard. The computer literally fell out of the destroyed circus. I say that's a computer graveyard. But if there's a more direct allusion to it, I would be so... that would be delicious.
Num num num.
By the way, this is the thing that comes after the ice caverns.
Ah.
Well, sort of. Not really in the short story, but in the game, the ice caverns are only mentioned as something that happened in the
Yeah.
past. The ice caverns is where everything ends in the story. But in the game, you know, the computer graveyard happens after. And it's where you first
okay,
meet Am in the game.
Uh-huh.
Everything in the game. I realize I'm saying that a lot. And
We
hot
are in a
dog.
game. Scratch.
We have hot dog here because Scratch. Yes.
Scratch.
I'm not gonna get into how that connects to Scratch, because I believe in you, viewers. You can find it on your own. And it's kind of a long story.
Scratch.
Well, it's not that long. Scratch is viewed over the product image of a hot dog in episode 4. Why I have it on here? Episode 7. That's all you need
Yes.
to know. And that's it. That's my
Yeah.
board. We did not
That's the
get a bingo, sadly, because Pomni
We suck at
refused to
bingo.
be an AI sympathizer.
And Kinger wanted to keep his eyes.
Uh-huh.
We would have had 2 bingos.
God damn it.
Actually, we would have had 3, because it would have went down from Caine leaves all the way to computer graveyard. And if we had AI sympathizer, it would have gone diagonal and across.
With Kinger loses his eyes as well.
Yep.
That's just telling you guys that you need to make a fan fiction where that happens.
Yes. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Give me, give me, give me a man after midnight. Yeah.
I love this show. I love this show so much.
I don't want it to end, but it will. It will.
I do want an end. Because, God, this is terrifying.
Our God and Savior, our Lord and Savior Caine.
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 Caine, our
Oh,
beloved.
hell, Caine. I did like Caine in the beginning of the show, but I was more of a Kinger fan.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I'm
Kinger
sorry,
was
Kinger, you've now
hilarious in
been
episode
bumped
1.
down to second place.
Yeah. I feel sorry for liking the men more than the women.
Look, I do adore Gangle, but Caine.
Ragatha's my favorite of the girls. She's so me-core. She's so me-core.
Gangle is so me.
I love them. I love them all. If I had to rank them, I would have to put multiple people in one place, because I would feel bad ranking them lower than the other.
I don't hate any of the characters, so I don't want to rank any of them low.
Uh-huh.
If it was like a tier board where you could put multiple in one slot, then yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
You got Caine and
I think we can
S
do
rank.
that. I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can see it better. Because I'm a good YouTuber like that. Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Okay. Pomni. Where do we stand on Pomni?
Me personally, I'd put her maybe in A or B.
Because she had a really, really strong moment at the end of episode 8 there. Otherwise, she was feeling a little flat as a character. Sort of like, you know, viewer self-insert, almost.
Yeah.
Which she was in episode 1. She's literally our isekai protagonist, viewer insert.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But also, she's cool. I like her. Probably A. We can move stuff around if we don't agree later.
Yep.
Bubble.
I love Bubble.
I love Bubble too. This characterization is interesting.
I do like the slow change throughout like all the episodes, because Bubble first seemed just kind of unhinged.
Yeah.
And like just a character you shouldn't pay a lot of attention to, but then slowly they start saying some stuff, and then during episode 8, you really start to question with Bubble is like, who's actually in control here with these two?
I also find it incredibly interesting. Seasoning pointed this out to me earlier, right? That the only characters that have acknowledged Bubble's existence are Caine, Kinger, and then kind of Jackson Zubel.
Yeah.
So it's hypothetically possible that Bubble doesn't appear to anyone else, unless he actually talks to the other circus members next episode.
Yeah.
Bubble could very well just be a hallucination.
Yeah. Some form of hallucination.
I think
Digital
that's
hallucination.
hilarious. I want to put him in A.
Yeah, I would have said A or S, because I love Bubble.
Now Gloink Queen. She's funny. I like her.
I'd put her maybe C or B. She's funny, but didn't see a lot of her.
Yeah, not too much of her. For a side character, she's pretty goddamn memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after episode 4. Love her. Love Gloink Queen.
Love you, Gloink Queen.
Gummy Goo. Badass.
I put
right?
I put him B.
Like high B. High B.
Yeah.
Better than Gloink Queen. I don't think I could say better than Bubble.
Yeah. Short-lived, but very rememberable.
Mm-hmm. The sidekicks, I hardly remembered them.
The
Gummy Goo is, like, fond of them, but there's not really much elaborated there. They're silly.
They're silly.
They're silly.
I remember all of them, just not their names.
Yep.
So they're still
why I'm
rememberable in a
struggling.
way, but not enough.
Uh-huh. They had pretty strong characters, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna create an extra tier here. I don't think anyone's gonna go in F, but we have it there just in case.
Yeah.
Princess Lulalilu.
I forgot she existed, I'll be honest.
So do I, but I have to give her props for being the first, hint that Caine was gonna have a god complex. It's like, our Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior.
I gotta give her props for that.
Fudge.
Fudge.
I'd say is a D.
Fudge is funny. Yeah.
Funny, but
ultimately really flat.
yeah.
I do laugh every time at the "you'd be sickened," though.
Yeah.
Ghostly was there for 2 seconds.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Ghostly.
Now, Baron Theodore Mildenhall, I want to put him in B.
Yeah, I mean, he deserves it
Because
with that long-ass name.
He's both, foreshadowing for Kinger's backstory
Yeah.
as a character, and then what he does to Caine is like, mistaking her for the monster. I had, hunted her down.
Yeah.
And Miss Mildenhall, she's chill.
She's chill.
She's chill. But was not there very much. 57 reference, though.
Yes.
Ragatha, I think Ragatha's next S tier.
I would not agree, but yeah. I'd put her in A tier.
Real. Just. Ragatha. Ragatha. She does not deserve half the hate that she gets. And she deserves double the fan art that she gets. I need to draw her.
Ragatha's character is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Though I can get like why some people don't like her because she's a little bit irritating at the during the first like.
She's gotten so much better though.
Yeah, the first
The
2
character development
episodes
is
or
insane.
first 2 or 3 episodes, but then she does get better. She starts to realize that being overly positive is like not.
But she's
helping.
still positive, but she's
Yeah.
not like.
She's toned it down.
She's toned
is
it
what
down
I mean.
to realistic
She's been a
proportion.
little bit. Yeah,
Admittedly,
she's been a
that
little bit
is
more
because
realistic.
she lost hope. That is because she lost hope in episode 8. But yeah.
But I feel like if I was in that kind of situation where I was forced into a place and I'm stuck with someone who's being like overly like positive about the situation, I'd start feeling like I'm being belittled or being seen as crazy in a place that I don't need that kind of vibe right now. I just need someone to ground me.
Yep. And I think that's what Jax was going for in episode 5, but he couldn't figure out the way to say it because he doesn't think very deeply about things. Except if they're important to him. And that isn't really important to him. What's important is that Ragatha annoys him, not the feelings that result out of being annoyed by her.
Yeah, but due to that's why I'd put maybe like as an overall from the start to the episode we're at, I'd put it in B tier, taking in like the not B tier, A tier due to like, you know, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's grown, but she's if you rewatch the first 3 episodes, I'd still be irritated by her and then be like, "Ah, yeah, I remember. She doesn't suck."
But also though like, considering what Jax did in episode 4, throwing her in a deep fryer was just brushed off. Makes me assume that happens, or stuff like that happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she deserves to get a little higher as compensation. Nobody likes her in the show. She knows it. I get that. I get you, Ragatha. I get you, Ragatha. You could have a different mindset about it, but I get you, Ragatha. That can apply for nearly all the characters, by the way.
Yeah.
The angel. I say B tier because the symbolism. The symbolism.
Sure.
The symbolism. I don't have the words to explain it right now, but essentially, the angel represents Caine, so that's why they're so high for me. Yeah. Orbs Man. He's cool, but
D. I swear, I was about to say, you put him in C, I mean you beefing.
Nah, he doesn't have enough character, even if he is a little funny. I find it hilarious that he has a legitimate voice actor, though.
Oh, I mean, everyone deserves at least
It's
something.
just garbled beyond recognition, and that's hilarious.
Yep.
Disappearing guy, he's iconic. I say he's B.
He's iconic. He's
also
gotta be in B.
He's also foreshadowing for how Caine dies, so...
I don't think so. I just think
so.
he's a gag. With how often he just disappears.
No, because the way it's set up in episode 8 is kind of in the same way that Disappearing Guy just disappears. Caine only gets halfway through a word, and then he's gone. Just like Disappearing
But
Guy.
that's like how Disappearing Guy normally is. He starts an order and then he disappears. He starts singing, he disappears.
Uh-huh. So that the viewers got used to it. And Caine usually disappears in a different way when he's not gone. But this time he disappeared like Disappearing Guy.
I really just feel like it's just Disappearing Guy's shtick.
But the foreshadowing...
You can assume it's
I'm
foreshadowing.
crazy. I get it. I'm crazy.
You're a conspiracist.
I am.
You and your red string.
Evil Pomni is funny, but ultimately represents, like, what she shouldn't give into. Being friends with Jax's bad habit side.
Short.
I'm thinking about this a lot more than I probably should. I recognize that, but I think it's fun.
I feel like a lot of these personalities are just Evil Pomni is just Jax's personality. Evil Jax is just Gangle's personality, but up like 10.
No, not exactly.
That's what it feels like with some of them. Like,
sort of.
Especially those two, it just feels like Evil Pomni is just Jax's personality upped, or slightly, and then Evil Jax is just Gangle's personality, but upped.
I see what you mean. I don't agree.
Especially with just those two. Like, I can see why Evil Jax gives off Gangle's personality, because that's the type of being Jax doesn't want to be.
Uh-huh. Evil Ragatha, though, is definitely just, this form of Ragatha projecting being her mom. With the verbal abuse. And intrusive thoughts.
Her insults weren't even that much. I'd put her in D. because we also didn't get much of her, and I can't go off much, so I'd say D due to the fact that we just don't get much.
But also, you'd rank Ragatha A.
Yes, normal Ragatha. Normal Ragatha's got more personality. This evil Ragatha don't got much.
I'm going for what they represent with these side characters. How well they do their job as plot devices. And
Look, there wasn't much of evil Ragatha. All I can tell is that she sucks at insults.
you know, I would put Evil Jax there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
I honestly
I don't
hated
put him there for the same reason that Jax would put him there, because with my trans theory, I think that he represents Jax's feminine side that he hates to acknowledge.
I just see
But
it as...
It's so, like, thin, character-wise. It doesn't really get the point across.
I just see it as Jax hating it because it's a version of himself that's being vulnerable, and Jax don't like being vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
There
You
you
see,
go,
we're
two
getting both
viewpoints.
sides, so either way, this VOD will be right.
Yeah, you getting it for a side from someone who just
Someone
goes for
who's
the...
not crazy about trans femme Jax.
Like, my guy, people can believe what they want as long
Yeah.
as it's not harming anyone.
Uh-huh.
I'm just
Dictator.
going with my comment. A dictator, I like the name, but there's not much. We saw just a brief moment.
We literally just saw him say, "God damn it!" That's it.
Funny, but like, my guy. I want more of you, so I can tell if I like you or not.
I would love to have seen more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil Orbs Man.
F.
Nothing
I would
changed.
rather an evil gangle.
I get that it was the whole thing that Caine forgot to make an evil Gangle. Literally forgot she existed. But as a character, Evil Orbs Man doesn't really... Yeah.
You don't offer much.
The evil Gangle that Alex made for the Digital Dragons campaign, though, hilarious. I love Evil
Yes.
Gangle. Ming. I think he's silly. But not as silly as Disappearing Guy.
Yeah. Disappearing guy always comes on top.
I will consistently quote Ming, though. He gets credit for that. The sun... I don't like the sun.
I feel uncomfortable with this sun.
Yeah. But, like, she didn't have much in episode 7, and I doubt she will in the future because Caine's gone.
She just didn't have much in general.
Yeah, I do think it was funny how she just burnt that shrimp alive.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it. Funny gag. I also appreciate that, if I remember this right, that she's voiced by Gooseworks' sister.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for saying that you make me uncomfortable.
No, the sun is meant to make people uncomfortable. Ragatha literally tells Pomni to just ignore it.
I'm too much of a apologist.
Jax could go between S and A for me, but I think ultimately S.
I think he's an S tier for a lot of people.
He's a really well-written character.
He is a very
Incredibly
well-written character. You can see him in many points of views, as we've already discussed with me and...
Now, the only way he will slide down to A for me is if his arc doesn't resolve in a satisfying way. And I get, if it's intentionally unsatisfying, I will get that and he will remain at S, but if it doesn't seem intentional, he will go down to A.
Yeah, he's got a lot of things going on, and I hope to see him maybe almost abstract or fully abstract.
I don't think he's gonna abstract. I don't think any of the current humans are going to abstract. And if they are,
Like,
it's
let me
gonna
wish
be like
upon
a
downfalls.
last-minute thing.
Yeah. Let me wish upon downfalls.
Abel? I love that he's just a Caine self-insert.
Yeah.
I want to put him here. He's a really well-written character.
I would have put him in S due to the fact that I, at the beginning, really thought he was just another player.
I did not think he was a player. But
and then it hit me that he wasn't.
Let's go low S. At the very end of S.
Yeah, at the very end of S.
God, I love Abel. I love Caine's developer self-insert character. His human persona. His persona.
Yeah, I also gave us a look into, like, Caine's, like, mind of how, especially with how he was, like, purposely excluding Kinger as well. So that's why I think Abel is an S, because it gave you, like, a view on how he... an insight on how he views Kinger.
Yeah, because Abel's definitely supposed to resemble Kinger in every way possible. I think there was even... It seemed like there was direction given for the voice actor to sound like Kinger. And I think that's genius.
Yes.
The moon. I appreciate the moon.
Yeah.
Maybe not that much.
She's had the same amount of screen time as... Or maybe a little bit more than Sun.
More than Sun.
And I get her little joke with...
With loving Caine. Even though he ignores her.
Yeah.
I see you, Bluetooth shippers. I understand you.
Yes. It's very cute. But I
cute,
do wish there was a little bit more.
Yeah. I would love some side stories of Caine and the moon interacting. Without Caine ignoring her, but that just might be impossible. Because the moon is not a human, so he doesn't really value their input.
Yep.
Also, shout out to the moon for being also voiced by Gooseworks. Gangle! Gangle's cool.
Gangle's maybe an A tier.
High A. A little higher than Pomni. I like her.
Yeah, I do like Gangle's growth as well.
I wish she had a moment to connect with Caine more, but I get the whole point is that the humans can't connect with Caine. But I feel like as an artist herself, she could relate to the problems that Caine is having.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear more about that, you can read my fan fiction where I made Gangle and Caine interact genuinely.
Yeah, go read it.
It's called To Think to Scream. Anyways. Oh, ignore if my voice sounds nasal. I don't know why I'm getting congested. Maybe there's pollen in the air or something. Kinger, S tier. High S tier.
Yes. The father of the circus. Let's go. Wait.
I appreciate you, Kinger. I feel like I still don't know enough about him, though.
I like that he's slightly still a mystery.
Yeah. So, I don't know. There's just something that hasn't clicked into place for me regarding him. I don't know what that piece is. But, oh, no, I do. I do know what that piece is. So in episode 7, when Caine is talking through Abel, Abel just consistently seems to really not like Kinger. And that could just be Caine preventing Kinger from getting to the console, and him having access to the console, thus preventing Caine losing his power. But it could also be a slight that Kinger imposed onto Caine. And I would love to know whether that's the case or not.
Maybe. We'll find out.
Kinger, what did
When
you
the
do
final
to my
episode
boy
drops.
other than delete him?
Yeah, other than delete them. But we'll find out when the final episode drops. Maybe.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully.
Zubul. I love Zubul.
Zubul is the most grounded person there, I'll be honest.
Well, I don't really dislike it about them, but I am frustrated by them sometimes.
Yeah.
And their unwillingness to cooperate with Caine. Especially
that is frustrating.
When she's... Not she. Well, all pronouns, so yeah. When she, he, they says in episode 4 that Caine only lets them, you know, be peaceful because he likes them.
Mm-hmm.
When he's the one saying that, it's a little frustrating that they don't act in accordance with that. I totally get their aesthetic and why. It's just like, you're dealing with a child who has way too much power. You have to keep the child in a stable condition.
Yeah. Also, he's doing so much to please Zubul, like trying to make adventures that they might like, in hopes that Zubul will partake. Clearly, Zubul just needs to partake in a few adventures and he'll leave you alone.
That's the thing, though. He won't. He won't, though. That's
He'll
the
leave you alone
thing.
for like a little bit.
If you asked and you were more cooperative, then maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't, generally, do that on his own. You would have to ask him.
Yeah.
Because he's autistic like that.
You'd most likely have a higher chance if you asked, if you went along with some of the adventures.
Anyways, Kaufmo, we haven't seen you at all.
Yeah,
Well,
no clue what your personality is like.
I have to give you more credit than that, because you set up the whole abstraction plotline and why it's such a bad thing. But still, I don't know shit about you. Other than Jax doesn't seem to like you at all. Like, every time Kaufmo is mentioned, Jax looks really annoyed. That's why I think Jax and Kaufmo had, like, a really bad falling out, or Jax just despises Kaufmo for something.
Yeah. Maybe Kaufmo was there when Ribbit abstracted.
Maybe. Or maybe it's something to do with Jax's torture chamber. How he was being made fun of in there. Maybe Kaufmo made fun of Jax for something he couldn't control. And it really got to Jax.
Yeah, maybe.
Queenie.
I miss my wife.
Queenie's a solid A. Above Bubble, but not quite above Pomni.
I miss my wife, Jax.
I miss her a lot. There's not much else we can say, honestly.
There's been so many hinting towards Queenie with Kinger. So, obviously, she's got a good chest piece size hole in my heart for her being gone.
And then, I found it interesting that the dialogue in that scene implies that Queenie wasn't involved in making Caine.
Yeah.
Because Kinger says that he's sorry he roped her into this.
She most probably offered to test something.
Yeah.
Wanting to help him. You know, like a good partner normally does.
Kinger thought the full dive in, like, messing with the headset was scary, so he asked for company. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
And Caine. Oh, Caine! We know where he's going.
Yeah, we've been glazing Caine this whole time.
He's the best character there is here. Honestly.
We've been glazing this man. This AI man.
This non-man.
Love you, Caine.
Caine.
Without you, this story would have gone nowhere.
Without you, there wouldn't be no digital circus.
Yeah.
And we love the digital circus. I would
And
volunteer.
I hope you come back.
Loki, if I was able to consent to going there, that sounds fun. It sounds so fun.
I would too.
It sounds so fun. But
Again,
at the
he
same time, don't send me on horror adventures, because I don't do well with VR horror.
But like he as mentioned in the episode, mind files. He created bodies that match their mind files very well. I could be a bunkie. That's all I care about. That's all I care about.
You might not like it when you get in there because you forget everything you are, but you could be a bunkie.
I do that daily. It's fine.
And I have a big disconnect from my body, so maybe I would react badly, maybe I wouldn't. It's kind of up in the air. I might get the Zooble treatment.
As long as I can constantly change my outfit, I don't give a damn.
Indeed.
Like how Zooble's body parts change every episode, my outfit would change every episode.
I'm very curious, like, the sensations of living in that body. Or in these bodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gotta feel weird as hell. But it also has to translate to human sensation.
Yeah, clearly they don't feel pain.
Well,
that's the thing. What? Not when you're stabbed.
Maybe like dull pain.
Yeah.
Or it's just gotten dull after so long. That
also,
part
like,
is scary. That part's scary.
But also, like the stretching of limbs or the contortion or having your whole body change to a different material, like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Would also be interesting.
That's gotta feel strange. Yeah.
But I love the cartoon logic, so.
Indeed. In short, as a summary of everything that's happened this recording, I said that very Caine-like. We like digital circus.
Yeah.
We like it. Keep
Hope
it up,
you guys
Gooseworks.
enjoy. Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't think there's
We
anything more to
rambled
talk
on.
about.
Yeah. Hope you have fun editing this.
Oh yeah. Ugh. I'm making a backup this time.
Please do.
Yeah, plug yourself. Plug yourself.
I'm BUNNIE on Tumblr, Ko-Fi, and Magma.
And Magma. Shout out to
And Magma. I'm always on Magma.
And I'm Pseudovillains. You know me. If I don't see you tomorrow, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.